Hi, I'm Cory Silverberg. I'm a writer and a teacher, and today I want to read to you a book I wrote called What Makes a Baby. It's about what makes a baby. Have you ever noticed that if you ask adults about what makes babies, they can get uncomfortable and embarrassed and not answer your questions? This book can help. What the book does is it talks about the three things that all of us need to make a baby, and it also gives you an opportunity to learn some of the ways that you were made and the kind of unique story that is yours. Some of us know a lot about how we were made and know all the stories, and some of us don't know very much at all. The thing is, I think we should all be able to ask questions, and that's what this book is about. So I'm going to read it to you now.
This is the cover of the book. There's a drawing of a round blue character with wavy dark blue edges and a cartoon face and hands. This is the egg in the story. There's another character that looks like a skinny yellow tadpole, also with a face and hands. This is the sperm in the story. The sperm and the egg are reaching out to the center of the picture where there is text that reads,
What makes a baby?
hand-drawn in puffy letters and bright, warm colors. The next page is bright orange and filled with lots of pairs of sperm and egg holding hands and dancing. The text on this page reads,
This book belongs to...
with a space for the reader to write their name. The next page has a bright yellow background with the book title,
What makes a baby?
in bright letters. Beneath it, the text reads,
A book for every kind of family and every kind of kid. Written by Cory Silverberg, illustrated by Fiona Smith. 7 Stories, New York.
The next page has a letter from the author to grown-up readers and information about who published the book, what year, and other stuff that mostly librarians care about. There is also a drawing of 2 arms sticking out from the edges of the page into the center. One hand is green and the other is blue, and they are holding signs, which have special thank yous from the author and illustrator. The signs say,
For Beto, Jake, Ginny, and Saul, and for Zoe, from Cory, and for Classy Craig Daniels, from Fiona.
Page 1. The first page of the story is bright yellow with a fluffy pink border. A purple hand with green nail polish sticks out from the edge of the page, pointing to the first word on the page, which say,
This is a story about how babies are made. The first thing you need to know is that you can't make a baby out of nothing. You have to start with something.
The word something is drawn in rainbow colors like it's shooting out from the bottom of the page. Page 2.
This is an egg. Not all bodies have eggs in them. Some do, and some do not.
This page is purple with wavy pink lines on it. In this book, purple with wavy pink lines means this is a picture from inside the body. There is a light blue egg that looks like the one from the cover of the book, but without the face, arms, or legs. Inside the egg is a small dark blue circle, and inside that, another circle. You can tell that the egg has different parts. There are also 5 bodies smiling against a green background. The bodies don't have hair or clothes, and they look human, but you can't tell much else about them. Each has brightly colored skin. One is pink, one is yellow, one is orange, one is blue, and one is purple. 3 of the bodies have eggs inside them. One body has sperm, and one body doesn't have an egg or sperm. Page 3.
Inside the egg are so many stories all about the body the egg came from.
This page has the same inside the body wavy pink lines. There is a drawing of a close-up of one egg, letting us see inside it. Inside the egg are 5 pictures. Each is a small drawing showing different ways people tell stories. There is a tree with small notes hanging from it, an open book, an old-fashioned film strip of a person with long pink hair smiling wearing an orange hat, a puppet show where the puppets are controlled by strings from above, and a twisty strand of multicolored ribbon. Page 4.
This is a sperm. Not all bodies have sperm in them. Some do, and some do not.
This page has the inside the body wavy pink lines. There is a drawing of the same yellow sperm from the cover, but without the face or hands. It has a big round head, a kind of medium-sized middle part, and then a long swirly tail that ends in a point. There are also 5 bodies smiling against a blue background. They look like the bodies from before, but here 3 have sperm inside, 1 has an egg, and 1 has neither sperm nor egg. Page 5.
Inside the sperm, just like inside the egg, there are so many stories all about the body the sperm came from.
This page has the inside the body wavy pink lines. There is a drawing of a close-up of 1 sperm, letting us see inside it. Inside the sperm are 5 pictures showing different ways people tell stories. There is a tree stump and the rings of the inside of the tree are drawn. There is a wall of family photos, each in their own frame, an open book, a bluish-purple night sky with white snowflakes and twinkly stars, and a twisty strand of multicolored ribbon. Page 6. Here, there are 2 of the bodies we saw before, but they are lying down on their backs with the tops of their heads almost touching, as if they're looking up at the sky. They are both smiling, and there are dozens of small sperm and eggs floating around them. The text on the page says,
When grown-ups want to make a baby, they need to get an egg from one body and sperm from another body. They also need a place where the baby can grow.
Page 7.
This is a uterus. It is a place where a baby can grow. You might think that everyone has a uterus since it has the words you and us in it, but not everyone has a uterus.
This page has the same purple background with wavy pink lines and a drawing of a uterus. It's shaped like an upside-down pear. On either side at the top are tubes that kind of look like tentacles. Each tube ends with wavy, fingery bits that look like they are curling around a small orange thing. Beside this, on a bright pink background, a group of brightly colored bodies are standing around smiling. Each has a word balancing on its head. Some have the word you, and some have the word us, like uterus. Page 8. This page is bright yellow, and a large group of the brightly colored bodies are sitting, standing, and lying around. Inside some of the bodies there is a uterus. Inside others there is not. Some bodies are positioned so we can't tell if they have a uterus or not. The text on this page says,
Just like eggs and just like sperm, some bodies have a uterus and some bodies do not. Every body that has a uterus always has it in the same place, just below the belly button, in the squishy middle part.
Page 9.
When an egg and a sperm meet, they swirl together in a special kind of dance. As they dance, they talk to each other. The egg tells the sperm all the stories it has to tell about the body it came from, and the sperm tells the egg all the stories it has to tell about the body it came from.
Here, a large egg and sperm, now with faces, arms, and legs, are holding hands and dancing. They both have striped pants and red running shoes. There is a speech bubble showing that the egg is telling the sperm about the body it came from, and another speech bubble from the sperm telling the egg about the body it came from. Page 10.
When their dance is done, they are not 2 things anymore. They danced around and shared so much they became one brand new thing. At first, it is just a tiny thing. Sometimes this tiny thing does not grow. And sometimes it grows into a baby, like you did.
This page is divided in 2. On one side, there is a drawing of a purple hand sticking out from the edge of the book, holding a magnifying glass close to a very tiny dot, about the size of the tip of a pencil. This dot is the new thing that was made by the sperm and the egg dancing. On the other side of the page is a close-up of this new thing. It looks like a big circle with 4 smaller circles inside. In each circle, there's a picture that mixes up the pictures from inside the egg and the pictures from inside the sperm. The puppet from inside the egg is dancing on the tree stump that was inside the sperm. A tree with paper notes hanging from it, that was inside the egg, is planted in front of the purple sky from the sperm. A picture of the twirly ribbon sits in an old picture frame on the wall. There is a film strip from the egg, but now inside it is a book from the sperm. Page 11. This page is a big drawing of a park on a beautiful sunny day, looking from above as if from a tall tree. There are many kinds of families, people young and old, playing together, having picnics. Some look pregnant, others are with children of different ages. People are moving through the park using bicycles and canes and wheelchairs and strollers and their feet. There is a pond with toy boats and two white squirrels running around. One kid is playing with a blue dog. A couple is walking a red dog. At the top of the page are two questions.
Who helped bring together the sperm and the egg that made you? And who was happy that it was you who grew?
Page 12. Here is a drawing of the pond from the park, but close up now, with an older person, maybe a grandparent, with three kids of all different ages and sizes, one sitting in their lap, one playing in the pond, and one chasing a butterfly. Fish of different sizes are swimming in the pond. There is also a grown-up pushing a stroller with 5 children of different sizes and ages. There is a patch of sunflowers growing, some small, some large. The text says,
Everything that grows, grows differently. Each of us grow in our own way. How a baby grows depends on the stories that the egg and the sperm share and on the uterus the baby is growing inside of.
Page 13.
But before a baby can be born, it has to get bigger and bigger and bigger. This usually takes about 40 weeks.
On this page, there are 6 drawings of a fetus developing inside a uterus. It starts with a drawing that only looks like a ball of cells. The text beside it says,
2 weeks.
And it ends with a drawing that looks like a baby, but with a cord attached to it. The text beside it says,
38 weeks.
Page 14.
Sometimes the baby's ready to come out on its own. Sometimes a midwife or a doctor will be the one to say it's time for the baby to be born. No matter who decides, the baby does not just hop out by itself.
There is a drawing of 4 children who look to be about 6 or 7 years old. They look different from the other bodies in the book. They have hair and clothes. One is wearing glasses. One is using a crutch. They are standing beside a pregnant person, touching this person's big belly. The drawing shows us that inside this belly is a uterus, and inside the uterus is a fetus waiting to come out. Page 15.
Some babies are born by coming out through a part of the body that most people call the vagina. And other times, doctors will make a special opening below the belly button, take the baby out, and then close up the hole.
On this page, there are 2 drawings. The first is a drawing of a person kneeling on a blanket. They are kneeling in between the legs of a person who is giving birth. The person kneeling is wearing gloves and is holding a baby that is coming out of the pregnant person. The second drawing shows 2 doctors wearing green hospital clothes and masks. They are standing over an operating table with a pregnant person lying on it. There is an opening below the belly button of the person lying on the table, and one doctor is lifting a baby out of the opening. Page 16.
Whichever way the baby comes out, it's a pretty big deal for the baby. It's also a pretty big deal for the people who waited and waited and waited for the baby to be born. Sometimes it takes a long time, sometimes it's quick. Sometimes it hurts a little, sometimes it hurts a lot. But usually everyone needs a lot of rest afterwards.
Here, there are 4 drawings of the same person's face, each showing a different feeling. One looks worried, one looks relieved, one looks in a bit of pain, one looks in a lot of pain. There is also a clock ticking down the time, and the outline of lots of people who are waiting and watching. At the end of the page, there is a drawing of the bed that is also waiting for someone to lie in it and rest. Page 17. This is the final illustration of the story. It shows a big group of people of different ages and sizes and colors, all looking down at a newborn baby in a crib. Some are smiling widely, some are waving hello to the new baby. There is one question on the page, which asks,
Who was waiting for you to be born?
At the back of the book are 2 pages with many brightly colored drawings of babies' faces, all with different colors, shapes, and hairstyles. This is the back cover of the book. The text says,
Praise for what makes a baby.
There are 3 illustrations of children, each with a made-up quote. Allie, age 3, says,
I laughed, I cried, I needed a new diaper.
Sophie, age 6, says,
Silverberg's nuanced treatment of reproduction and gestation was a revelation.
Kai, age 2.5, says,
I like the pretty colors, and the pages taste great. The screen is now black, and then white text appears, saying, thanks to Alejandro Espina, Bianca Laureano, Len Burns, and Viviana Conejo for help of all sorts. And Zoe Wool, thanks for voicing the audio description. And the last slide says, learn more about us and our books at www.corysilverberg.com, spelled CorySilverberg.com, and FionaSmithblogspot.com, spelled FIONA-SMYTH.BLOGSPOT.com.